appointments? There are none. Special orders, committees. Mayor Jones.
Thank you, Mr. President. A few weeks ago, the organization Girl Scouts of America celebrated their 100th anniversary. And if you think about how many lives the Girl Scouts of America have touched in a positive way over those 100 years, it's almost unimaginable the positive impact that the organization has had in this country and in other countries around the world. I thought it would be fitting for us as Heath City government to recognize that milestone in the history of the Girl Scouts of America. So I asked for local Girl Scouts to come to tonight's meeting. I don't even think they knew that there was cake available afterward, so we didn't have to entice them with that in order for them all to show up. It's fantastic to see all of you young ladies here tonight. Thank you very much for coming. I have a proclamation that I would like to read. Faye Landis, who is the Heath Register and Troop Coordinator, was not able to join us tonight. So to represent all of the Girl Scouts and their parents who are here, Mary, would you please join me up here at the podium?
This proclamation reads as follows. Whereas it is one of the responsibilities of the Mayor of the City of Heath to recognize occasions of outstanding significance and extraordinary organizations, and whereas with great foresight, Founder Juliet Daisy Gordon Lowe organized the first meeting of the Girl Scouts on March 12, 1912. And whereas the Girl Scout organization has grown from 18 members in 1912 to over 3 million members in 2012. Whereas the Girl Scout organization has been actively involved in the education of and assistance in important global issues such as hunger, environmental preservation, healthcare, overcoming racial prejudices, and illiteracy. And whereas Girl Scouts worldwide have aided our country and soldiers during times of war, beginning with World War I through the present war in Afghanistan. And whereas the Girl Scout program is one that builds girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. And now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Heath, I, Mark D. Johns, Mayor of Heath, Ohio, do hereby recognize our local Girl Scout troops and congratulate the Girl Scouts of America on its 100th anniversary. Girl Scouts have a presentation for us this evening, so a few women are going to come up here with that.
Okay, I have two ambassadors. They're the seniors over at the high school. They're going to present the sign for us.
Sure. That's no problem. Go ahead, that's fine. You're all
right. Representing this to you guys to put up so this people next to this is ribbons from Girl Scouts.
Thank you very much. We'll make sure that we get this up there, and we hope that it's up there for another 100 years. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, stick around because we got plenty of cake afterwards. So. Mr. President, that's all I've got. Thank you.
Thanks. Let's see. Unfinished business. Petitions and communications.
Memo from Mr. Geller, regarding delinquent utility accounts, this is below utility accounts in arrears of 90 days in accordance with Chapter 95.08 of Ordinance 37, 2006. This information is submitted to council and will be forwarded to the auditor of Licking County.
Mara? Yes, I'd like to make a motion to present the delinquent utilities to the auditor's office. I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Motion carried.
Make a motion to receive and file communications. Second.
I have a motion and a second to receive and file communications. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Visitors, now's the time to come to visitors to speak. If you'd like to speak to the council, approach the podium there, microphone, state your name and address, and tell us your concerns. So if you girls out there, this is your chance to get on the minutes of council meetings. So if you want to come up.
Come on, now, I know some of you talk a lot more than that.
Gotta have at least one, at least one.
Somebody has to be a little brave.
Okay.
Anything wrong in the city?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just say your name and address.
I was gonna wait till next week. My name is Shelby Clayton and 483 Partridge Road in Heath, obviously. I don't know how much information gets, how far it gets. We have had major issues, like 4 incidences just on our street alone of some serious vandalism. That Nick, next door neighbor to us, had all 4 of her tires slashed and graffiti scratched into her car. We just had, believe it or not, a bicycle thrown through our front picture window, 8:30 at night. 8:30 at night. I mean, after the time change, so it was plenty light enough. Thank goodness, me and all 3 children were in the kitchen, but that glass flew a good 12 feet, and we could have really been injured by that. It was pretty scary. There's eggs, from what I understand, swastikas painted on some of the houses. So it's been pretty bad lately. I guess we bought in Heath thinking nice, safe. I mean, we live behind Southgate, nice, safe neighborhood. And the cop that came out told us it was only gonna get worse. And so that was kind of scary to us. We've been locking our cars, but these aren't people that are breaking into houses to take things. I guess I can maybe not anyway allow that, but I can understand that a little bit more when you're taking things, but this is just destruction.
Shelby, I apologize because I didn't catch your address before. Did you give it to me?
483 Partridge.
Okay.
We were actually gonna wait till next week because more of our neighbors were gonna come.
To the safety committee meeting?
Yeah.
Still please do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, please do.
Chief Shepherd, are you aware of incident reports coming from the neighborhood on some of these things that she's describing?
Yes, sir, I'm aware of some. I wish I had an answer for you as to why it's occurring or what the causative factors are, particularly the increase. We do have a lot of young people in that subdivision.
And I think a lot of them are out walking, so I think they're cutting over to the apartments. And I know, before we bought this house on Partridge just 2 years ago, we lived in those apartments, and it seems like they're just getting worse, unfortunately, with, I don't wanna generalize everybody that's in the apartments by any means, but it's just.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, and I certainly don't have any control over that, but I hope that you're reporting each and every incident. Too often, folks think that theirs is an isolated or one of many, and think it may be bothersome to call us, but we need to know each and every time.
I've called when there's been people arguing in the street before, because who knows what could happen with that.
Yes.
So, thank you, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right, thank you.
My name is Danielle Suskin Wilson. I live at 72 Field Point. On May 20th, we have a 100 years of Girl Scout celebration. I'm still looking for a place in the city of Heath where we'd be able to plant 100 plants, 100 seeds, 100 trees, 100 something. I've finally gotten permission from the Stevenson Elementary that on that day we could bombard their property and make a mess of it. But if you guys can suggest anything else before then, it would be much appreciated.
Trees, I mean, plants, you mean like flowering plants or?
Flowering plants, trees, we're just gonna plant 100 of something that will beautify the city of Heath that we can do all out. If you guys can suggest something other than the school, it would be great. If not, we'll just move forward with doing it at the elementary.
Have you contacted the city offices about this?
About a month ago, a little while ago before spring break,
Yeah.
they did say that there's a large problem with the deer eating everything that is planted,
I
and they're
think-
supposed to get back to me.
Okay.
And I just figured since I was here tonight, I might as well just put it to everyone.
Unfortunately, Bob Geller, who's our park superintendent, is not here this evening. After the meeting, if you want to make sure you leave me your contact information, I'll ask Bob to get in touch with you here before the end of this week so that he can discuss that with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Great, thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm Mayor. I live on 580 Catholic. I wanted to invite anyone who is interested. We're going to be doing, there's one last community service, big event, April 28th for the Girl Scouts. We're calling it the 100 years of community service. It's like a big birthday party, community thing. We're helping out the church over at Christ Lutheran, and we'll be doing some other stuff. So if anyone's interested, you guys can stop by and have some cupcakes and watch us in action.
Any times on that?
I know.
Okay.
Any other visitors like to speak? All right. And then we'll move on to committee reports. Finance and budget, Mr. Craven.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today's good event this evening. We had 5 legislative requests. First one, authorized disposal of 92 calendar year writing order and wastewater department. Second item, authorized director mayor to advertise the bids for the Franklin Avenue water line and booster station project. Third item, authorized the negotiations for sewer charges in the same manner. The negotiations are provided for water charges. Is expected to use more than 5,000 units monthly. Fourth item, appropriate $7,594. Finally, appropriate $1,350 for backing rock and caulking at the pool. Other items, Auditor Alexander discussed possible additional advertising for a passport initiative. Auditor Alexander, anything else?
Nothing to add.
Commissioner Geller.
Yes, I'd like to recognize Beth Shepherd in the tax office. She will have 4 years in this month, and I really appreciate it. She does a wonderful job.
That's all, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Craven. Public Services, Mr. Morrow.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Public Service Committee was called to order at 5:30 p.m. on March 26, 2012. Utilities Director John Geller presented the delinquent utilities accounts. Then a report on the wastewater department was given. The SSO was discussed, and a report must be sent to the state. SSO is Sanitary Service Overflows. CMOM was then discussed. CMOM stands for Capacity Management, Operation, and Maintenance. WIBs were then discussed, and that stands for Water in Basements. A discussion followed concerning reports to the state, the city assigning residents and their and our obligations were then discussed. An opinion from the law director is needed. A discussion then followed concerning the removal of the Fox Run lift station. Employees attended safety classes with the village of Hebron, and the sewer bypass and connection at the Hopewell Bridge was presented. Spring cleaning and a new roof on the main building is underway. The final installation of Phase 1 wastewater improvements is being finalized, and Phase 2 was then discussed. On the water side, the Lime Lagoon cleaning is set for this fall. An update of the Franklin Avenue water line and the Licking View pump station. Nothing else to discuss. The meeting was adjourned at 7:05 p.m. Anything else, John?
Yeah, I have to recognize two excellent employees. Their anniversary dates. Doug Hughes with 15 years, and a gentleman named Nick Ross with 6 years. So, that's all.
Do we get Nick a cake or anything?
We just included them.
There you go.
Public safety, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public safety will be Monday, April the 9th at 5:30 p.m. Chief Shepherd, do you have anything to add?
No, sir.
Chief Hudgens have a slipping over there? Okay, before I call his name. And we did overlook, and I don't know the exact years, and I don't know if they gave that information, but I guess we overlooked Chief Shepherd, or Chief Hudgens had 27 or 28 years in with the city, so we missed that, so we might want to recognize him the next time he's here. And he also told me that we may have overlooked Lieutenant Mason's many years of service, but I'm not sure, so maybe we check into those and recognize those at the next meeting. With that, that's all I have. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Streets and drainage, Mr. Hudson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Streets and Drainage Committee will meet April 16th at 5:30 p.m. Bob's not here, and I don't have anything yet. That's it.
Thank you. Community Development and Zoning, Mr. Henry.
Community Development and Committee met tonight at 5:30, and we had 5 or 6 items that we discussed. Number one was the 2013 Community Development Block Grant Project. Well, that project will use the money to pave Irving Wick Drive from the Port Authority to Thornwood Drive, because that's not been paved in several years. That's good. The 2012 project, Bob Geller is using the money that we received back to install the new road signs for the state specs. And next John discussed with us the storm damage to the new bike path that goes from the swimming pool to the Port Authority. And that flood that we had a couple 3 weeks ago, it took out a big section of the fence under the Heath Bridge that goes into the Port Authority. And our group of people think that it's not, it's ODOT making their idea that it was not installed properly. But the water force that comes down Route 8, we believe was a contributing factor, was a factor, and I think John and Bob are going to challenge that opinion. And it's at least try to get our insurance to pay for it. But there's a lot of silt and mud there, and that part is blocked off if you have to go out there and just walk around across the bridge and everything along. And number 3, well, John discussed some of the projects that's going on right now. The Thornwood Culvert, it's well underway on the property acquisition, and it should be finished in about 6 weeks, John said. Acquiring all the property we need. It's some problems that came up with that. John has working with federal funding, and the county would cost more if we have funding by some other source. The South 30th Street paving, which is closer on down past where the field point comes out on 30th Street, in there, and then hook it on to north. It's a three-way hookup in York County and the township and city of Heath. And good working conditions. President Council, being working for the city of York, John and them accomplished that. Was pretty well along. And Hopewell Drive Bridge. The water line or the utility lines, the water hooked to the bridge, they can disconnect it, take it down and hooked into the plant of the new lines that goes under the river. We have to put the lines underneath the river. And that is all finished, and the construction on replacing the bed of the bridge, just the bed part, the bridge part, not the standards underneath, you're not those are not going to be replaced. That should start around June 11th, and it should be finished sometime late August right now. And then State Route 79, in the last 2 weeks, the construction has accomplished, the contractors have accomplished a lot, and they think they will complete the water line connections this week. And that's connected, and we've got new water lines on both sides of 79, and the old water line went down through the center of 79 underneath the pavement. A lot of those connections, a lot of those valves, rust corroding couldn't be used, and so they'll be connecting the new water lines to the people, the users along both sides of 79. And that should be accomplished pretty soon. And you said that the curbs were done on Overland Drive
Today.
so in 2 or 3 weeks, the asphalt should be complete and that street will be reopened again there at Overland. And John also warned us that time is approaching when the center lane will be shut down. And left turns allowed only at intersections and no U-turns. You want to comment on that further, John?
Well, the toughest part of the project when we install the median, I'd say around 79, will be when we remove the center turn lane, because at that point, we no longer have the freedom to turn left and go into parking lots, whatever, or turn left out of the parking lot. Drivers are going to have to adjust to that, and that'll continue like that for probably 2 to 3 months until the project's done and we have U-turn lanes in place, which will allow you to make U-turns at various locations.
Thanks, John. And then the next item, he answered the question that was asked me by my wife and son last week. We were riding down James Parkway, you know, the road that goes from the Port Authority down to the Hyundai, intersects right at Hyundai there, where the traffic light is. And my son says, "What is that lumber company?" And I said, "I have no idea." John told us that's a major national lumber company. They're suppliers for Lowe's, other lumber companies in the area. And nothing's ever said about that, so that's good to know. And he said that they're a large distributor and they're in the process of expanding their business right now. So when you ride out there and see that lumber company, you know that's a big cog in the lumber industry, in the building industry for this part of the state. And number 5, he gives an update on the county public transit combination. And right now we have 2 transit works. I guess everybody sees them. The Earthworks and the county transit plans. We, John and the mayor, and other officials throughout the county, they're continually working, trying to combine and get it into one transit company that can do an efficient job in moving our clientele wherever they need to go. Less confusion, I guess. And that's all I have. John, do you have anything else?
Anytime. This is his 4-year anniversary this month. He's an outstanding employee, and I'd like to congratulate him on that anniversary.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Parks, Recreation, and Davis Shea, Mrs. Cole.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks, Recreation, and Davis Shea will meet Monday, April 16th, immediately following Streets and Drainage. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Planning Commission, Mr. Craig.
Thank you, Mr. President. Planning Commission did not meet in the month of March. Our next scheduled meeting is April 26th. Mr. Drop, anything to add?
No, thank you.
Thank you. That completes committee reports, and for the Girl Scouts in the audience that are getting anxious for that cake, about 15 more minutes and we'll be done. Not only that 15 minutes, it may be a little longer, but about 15 more minutes. Introduction of ordinances, ordinance 24, 2012.
Ordinance 24, 2012, an ordinance waiving competitive bidding procedure, authorizing the appropriation of $36,840 within the capital improvement fund, authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into agreement with Duralast Roofing Incorporated, 525 Warren Drive, Saginaw, Michigan, 48601, to re-roof the maintenance building at the street department according to proposal submitted.
Ordinance 24, 2012 will be held as second reading. Ordinance 25, 2012.
Ordinance 25, 2012, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $5,750 within the capital improvement fund to install one 760-gallon oil water interceptor at the street department according to proposal submitted.
Ordinance 25, 2012 will be held as second reading. Ordinance 26, 2012.
Ordinance 26, 2012, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to advertise for bids for the Franklin Avenue waterline improvements and Licking View Drive pump station according to specifications now on file at the Heath City offices.
Mr. President, Mr. Morrow, I'd like to make a motion to waive the second reading of ordinance 26, 2012.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to waive. Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Morrow.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Mr. President, Mr. Morrow, I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 26, 2012.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance 2612. Any discussion?
Mr. President, just as a point of explanation, reason for waiving of the second reading on this is to keep in time with the engineer's timeline on the project. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? If not, roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Morrow.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Ordinance 26, 2012 has been adopted. Ordinance 27, 2012.
Ordinance 27, 2012, an ordinance waiving the bidding procedure, authorizing and directing the mayor to allow for the sale of one 1992 John Deere model F932 riding mower for the wastewater department.
Ordinance 27, 2012 will be held as second reading. Ordinance 28, 2012.
Ordinance 28, 2012, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to allow for negotiation of sewer charges if the user exceeds 5,000 units for the wastewater department.
Ordinance 28, 2012 will be held as second reading. Ordinance 29, 2012.
Ordinance 29, 2012, an ordinance authorizing the issuance of not to exceed 590,000 Franklin Avenue Main and Booster Station project bonds for the purpose of paying a portion of the cost of Franklin Avenue Main and Booster Station water system improvements, together with all necessary appurtenances, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, Mr. Morrow, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules on ordinance 29, 2012.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Morrow.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Rules have been suspended.
Mr. President,
Mr. Morrow.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 29, 2012.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Mr. President, in a point of explanation, this is along the same vein as ordinance 26. We need to keep to the timeline of this project, and it's important that we secure the financing as soon as possible. Thank you.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Morrow.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Ordinance 29, 2012 has been adopted. Okay, it's done with ordinance first reading. Ordinance is on second reading. Ordinance 22, 2012.
Ordinance 22, 2012, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $7,000 with the OMBI Education Fund for trailer repairs and promotion of materials to support the DTE and anti-drunk driving program for the police department.
Mr. President,
Mr. Johnson.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt ordinance 22, 2012.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Morrow.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Okay. Resolution, ordinance 22, 2012 has been adopted. Resolution on the first reading, none. Resolution on second reading, none. Reports of city officials, Mayor Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to welcome all the visitors tonight. And to the kids, I just want to mention all the people that you see up here today. Our job basically is to try to make the city of Heath the best place we can for you all growing up. It requires input and help from a lot of people, including yourselves. So just as we had the section here where the visitors could speak, every 2 weeks when we have this meeting, you can come and say whatever on your mind about what's going on in the city, ideas that you have, things that you'd like to see, or complaints that you have. So please don't hesitate to contact us, get a hold of us if there's something that you feel as though we can do for you. Second of all, I want to say I find it very heartening that I see just about as many parents out there as I do kids. I think one of the things that makes the community of Heath a great place to live is the fact that we have adults who get involved in programs with their kids. If it's scouting, if it's youth baseball, softball programs, things at the school, whatever it may be. Heath is full of parents who know the value of getting involved with their kids. And I just want to thank you all for being here tonight and bringing the girls and being involved with them in the scouting program. With that, the only other thing that I have is that I've been informed by my wife and daughters that we are out of Thin Mints. Is there anybody that can help me with that tonight? Okay. Mr. President, that's all I have. Thank you.
Auditor Alexander.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's not easy to follow a comedian. I too want to welcome everybody here this evening, and I also would like to recognize an employee anniversary. Our HR entire department is run by Debbie Whitefield, 22 years, on April 22nd. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Bob Director Morrison.
I only want to say that I too am out of 10 minutes. So
Anything else?
that's all I have.
Let's see, we'll start down, Mr. Crable, Secretary.
I have some Thin Mints in my freezer. So. A couple boxes left, and might give them to you guys. Welcome everyone here tonight. Thank you very much.
Mr. Henry.
I'd like to welcome all of you. It's good to see you. Always keep your momentum that you've got. Because here I am, up in the 70s, I still got my Boy Scout stuff at home. I get it out and look at it. It may not be important to somebody else, but it'll be to you when you get over 70. Thank you for coming.
Mrs. Cole.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to welcome everyone, congratulate the Girl Scouts on this milestone, and I have a tip for all the Girl Scout moms, my former Girl Scout mom. Don't hot glue their little things on their sashes. It doesn't work. So, just a note. If you ever thought that you're in a hurry, don't do it. That's it for me. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want to welcome everybody here tonight, and thank the Girl Scouts for all their hard work and the parents. And do-si-dos for me, that's I've been out of those. It lasted about a day. Should sell them year round. That's all I have.
Mr. Morrow.
Thank you, Mr. President. And again, welcome to everybody, to the Girl Scouts. My neighbor Julianne, who lives across our beautifully paved street. 30 years in the waiting, but we've got it paved. For the young ladies, you came here tonight. Your next step's youth in government, and then the next step after that, you get to sit up here. That's right. Give you something to look forward to. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Heffley?
Thank you, Mr. President. I too would like to welcome everyone here this evening, especially the girls and young ladies. And to the young ladies, as Mr. Morrow said, a good example is the lady sitting right up there. It is a possibility that you could be a part of this council. So think about it. It's a way to serve your community, and you just can't believe how it makes you feel. And also, I'd just like to say congratulations to Doug Hughes and to Ed Hunt, and also to Nick, who, man, you've been in as many meetings as I have. This guy shows up a lot. But, you know, he's with the lady and gentleman back in the back there. They are here every meeting too. So, congratulations to all of them, and thank you for being here.
That's all. Lynn, do you have anything tonight? Let's start down below there. Chief Tony Shepard had a birthday, or has a birthday coming up on April 14th, so don't want to miss that. And then Tony, do you have anything tonight?
Well, I think I look pretty good for 65. Typically, I'm more humble.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention this is National Autism Awareness Day, and I say that because my family is touched by it. My son has autism, and he's 22, and I think I can attribute it mostly to his mother, but you would never know it. He's gainfully employed, and I'm very proud of him, and so a lot of strides have been made. So I just wanted to bring that up. That's all I have.
Mr. Roth?
Nothing, thank you.
Kim?
I just wanted to congratulate the Girl Scouts on their 100th anniversary. It's a good organization.
John, go.
I just had a question. I was noticing the different colors. I mean, when I was in school, I remember the browns, and then, but I've seen like green. I know that's a Girl Scout, but there's like blue. Can someone explain
Blue
that?
is daisies, it's kindergarten, first grade. Brown is first grade all the way up to third grade, and we have fourth grade juniors. All the way to sixth grade, now we just changed levels. And then seventh and eighth are cadets, and ninth and 10th are seniors, and 11th and 12th are ambassadors. So you kind of have a variety mix here, we have from kindergarten to seniors and high school.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Good looking group.
Okay. I got about 2 more minutes and we're done. Oh, Kim.
Can I say something? Can we tell them thank you for having us, and thanks for doing their job well? They actually make really nice stuff. It's called stickies. And you take it, peel it off, and trace it, and then it goes on both sides. It's too late for me to say that. You don't even have to use the iron or anything.
I just want to welcome everyone for being here tonight. I want to mention that this Saturday at the high school at 9 a.m. there's the 5K walk run that helps support scholarships for a couple of seniors, and then also the after prom and everything. So if you're not doing anything Saturday morning, you can go over there and register and walk the 5K. I like tag-alongs. Yeah, everyone, so I'll put the word in for that. And then just got a couple more items real quick, but my last thing is, Mr. Morrow mentioned some different acronyms or letters and stuff, and one was a WIB, okay? Now for the girls, Girl Scout girls, if you remember what a WIB is, raise your hand. See who remembers it. See who remembers it. You sure you remember? Okay. Who's the youngest one that remembers it back here? You remember what it is? What a WIB stands for? She's pretty young. Yeah? Say what it is.
Water and basement.
All right. She gets to be first in line for the cake. New business, there's none. Reading of bids, none. Miscellaneous, none. Adjournment. Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. We're adjourned.
Can we get a picture of all the Girl Scouts up there?
Yeah, if you'd like to get all the girls, like here. Do you want us in it or?
Yes, we want to.
There you go.
Technology, it's so cool.
You guys want to come up with a standing line? That would be great.
Chief?
That way everybody can be in it.
I can't believe you can go and say something out of his mouth. Say something.
Yeah, I'm still videoing, but I was going to stop and take a picture, I think.
And after the motion, then the same way there was executive session for pending litigation on Scrubs.